So, hey guys, and welcome to Reasoning with Rao. My new, I don't know what I call it, like pastime, hobby, like adventure. It's a YouTube channel, but that's what I'm gonna call it. My new adventure, my new pastime. This channel is essentially just gonna be a place for my thoughts, a place for me to talk about, I don't know, relevant topics, things that I'm thinking about, ways to like overcome certain things, just basically just a journal. Like I used to journal and like I had it on my phone. Like there's the iPhone journal app, and it's cool. Like you get everything out, but after a while, it's just like typing on your phone is just like becomes tedious or boring or like more difficult to like want to get your phone out just to get your thoughts down. So I was like, let me just record a video where I can get everything that I want to say out there or like into like video form. And sometimes like talking is the best way to actually like organize your thoughts because like you can amend your arguments as you hear them out loud. You're like, oh, that didn't even make any sense. But like, yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna be doing here. Reasoning with Rao. For people that know me, you're gonna be like, what the hell? Because who's Rao? Reasoning with like it doesn't make sense. But long story short, Rao is like a nickname of mine. Like a few of my friends from where I'm from will know me as Rao. But I went on football tour one time a few years ago, and the physio didn't know how to say my name. My name is Rilua. Some people call me Rilua. Some people call me Rilua. I don't really mind. Like it's the same thing. But he didn't know how to say that name, so he called me Rao, right? And one of my friends, one of my best friends, was there on the tour with me. So he just, as a joke, kept calling me Rao, calling me Rao, calling me Rao. So then when we got home, everybody else was like, "The hell is he calling him Rao for?" And that was it. Like that's just Rao's just become a name. Like I told my mum the other day that like, I was doing this thing, like reasoning with Rao. She was like, "What? I didn't know you actually went by the name." But yeah, that's what it is. Um, the reasoning bit, I did so I'm in university, right? Third year, and I study philosophy. And in first year, we had this module called reasoning, argument, and logic. And for some reason, like the word reasoning has just stuck with me ever since then. It's just a cool word. I don't know why. But I mean, realistically, like reasoning is what we do like all the time. Like when you're like self-reflecting, arguing, like you're finding reasons for doing stuff. Like we reason all the time. So I thought, oh, it's pretty cool. Way to tie in reasoning, like philosophy, with my name. I thought it was kind of unique. I don't know what you guys think. But yeah, that's where reasoning with Rao comes from. So yeah, as I said, I would like for this channel to be like a place for my thoughts, kind of like a video journal kind of thing. Um, Simply because like I think a lot. Like I said, I study philosophy, so like I think a lot. And sometimes it's overwhelming, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Um, but I feel like it would just be really nice to be able to talk about certain things, not just in my head, but like have conversations with, I guess, you guys. I say you guys like it's not going to be like three people this first video, but like eventually, hopefully, there's like 50 people like in the comments saying, "Oh, yo, what about this? What do you think about that?" I just think it's so cool. Like I love talking to people about just anything. Like I could literally talk to people about anything. Like find some way to be interested in it. So that's kind of what I want the channel to be. It's kind of like a discussion place, like a place, not a community as such, but like a place just to have talks. Like obviously at the start, it's just gonna be me talking to me about things that I'm interested in. But hopefully, eventually, like if people are interested in what I'm talking about or have like different opinions or have topics they want me to try and like explore, because they like the way that I like get things across, and I would love to do that. Like it would be be so much fun. But yeah, fun. That's the main thing that I'm having here or doing here or attempting to do here is have fun because like I don't even want to show you guys my notes, right? I have the amount of notes that I have on like ideas for videos or things that I want to do or just notes, right? I'm so excited to just be doing this because it's been something I wanted to do for so long. And I'm sure that I'm gonna have like so much fun doing all of those things. But it's really interesting actually to like think about how this has gone full circle, like this idea of like making YouTube videos. So I remember when I was a kid, I told my parents, I was like, I'm going to be a YouTuber. They're like, oh, what do you want to do? Like, every parent asks, right? I was like, I'm going to be a YouTuber. That's what I want to do. You're not going to stop me. They were like, brother, chill out. Chill out. I was like, what do you mean? Like, look at KSI. Like, I thought KSI was my, like, people talk about like parasocial, like, relationships with like celebrities. I thought KSI was my guy. But yeah, like I said, after a while, I was just a bit like, I should probably chill out, do some regular stuff, go to like I did school, I'm now at uni, and now I'm here like I have a mic and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of like putting everything out there, kind of thing. I would have to say that like the fact that I'm doing it, like obviously I've thought of all the things I want to do, and I've had all of the ideas or whatever, but this one video that I think if any of you are like struggling to actually just do something that you want to do, there's this video by this YouTube account called, I think it's Profound Pondering, and it's, I think the title of the video is "This is your sign to go all in" or something along those lines. He has a lot of videos that are kind of along those lines, kind of thing. It was one of the like best videos I've watched ever. It was so good because everybody that wants to do something, like I know everybody has stuff that they want to do. They're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna eat healthy, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna be a runner, that kind of stuff. But there's always something that like stops them from doing it. This video for me threw all of that stuff out the window. It was like I was just totally disassociated from all of that stuff that was stopping me from just sitting here in front of the camera and just talking. So yeah, that is a really, really, really good video. So I would implore that all of you guys watch it. I would like for this channel to just be like something for me to do for fun, like personally. But what I would like for it to be for the people watching the videos is like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, as I said with Profound Pondering, for example, there are a lot of like channels out there that talk about how to get over things or how to deal with stuff or like how to argue in certain situations, or like there are a lot of like channels that do that kind of thing that talk about like aspects of life. But like I said, I study philosophy, so I feel like it's interesting like when I watch those videos and like I'm like, oh, he just was talking about like the ad hoc fallacy and he didn't even realize it, like just stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So like I feel like it would be cool to talk about those kinds of things or like give my take on certain things from the perspective of like a philosophy student, just because obviously we have an understanding of like reasoning, argument, and logic, in a way that's a bit different to most people. Like, not to say that, oh, I've got this crazy understanding of how to argue or like logic, but like it's just we understand it a little bit differently. So I feel like it might be like cool to get that across to you guys, because you might resonate with some of the things that like we learn as philosophy students. But overall, regardless of philosophy or whatever, I just want it to be helpful for people. There'll be a lot of times where like I'll have conversations with friends, like you have conversations with your friends and you're like, oh, I didn't even think about it like that, or I'm really happy that you brought it up in that way because I never thought about it like that before. And that's basically what I want this channel to be. I want it to be like me giving you guys a different perspective on something maybe that you hadn't thought about, or something that you had thought about but just from a different view. So that's essentially what I want to do for you guys. As for why I want this channel to be that for you guys, I don't want to come across like I'm Mother Teresa, because that is just not the case, like at all, not in the slightest, obviously. But like I've always had like an affinity for helping people, or not even helping people, but doing something. Like I've always wanted to do something that had a lasting impact on the world. I remember when my mum taught to me, like when I was a kid and I got over all the YouTube rubbish, she said, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't really know what I want to do. All I know is I want to do something that stands the test of time. I'm not sure why. It might be because she herself did a PhD, so she's written stuff and like done a lot of like research and stuff that's gonna stand the test of time, that's gonna last forever. Like it's not going anywhere unless we have another one of those, like the burning of the, was it Library of Alexandria? Or that's probably wrong, but like her stuff is gonna be there forever, and I'm interested in doing that as well, because the thought that like somebody in 30 years is going to see something that my mum wrote or researched and learn from her is just so cool to me. Yeah, sure, I could like sit here and learn how to code or learn how to trade and make tons of money. And I'm not saying that people that do that are doing it wrong. It just doesn't interest me in the same way that it would interest them. Like, yeah, I could do a lot for me right now, but the thought of doing something for somebody later is just so cool. It sounds, I don't know what's wrong with me. I mean, let me give you an example, right? One of my friends the other day, so he's a first year philosophy student, and he like we met at basketball and just talking about it, and he was asking me like, oh, like how do you structure your essays and stuff? Because when you're a first year, I don't think like even I didn't realize you don't know how to write an essay. You just here, there, and everywhere. It doesn't even make sense. So he was like, oh, do you have any tips for me, like structure wise? So I gave him a few tips. I told him, this is how I do. Just that doesn't matter, right? He messaged me and was like, yo, I got a first. And my lecturer said that the reason I got a grade was like the structure was so good. And I was like, what? The way that I felt, like, it made me realize that I'm not okay. That there must be something wrong with me, because the way that I felt when he told me that, or the way that I felt when I read that message, I should not have been that happy, or I should not have been so, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it just made me feel good. And it kind of inspired me, I guess, to start doing this, because that feeling is wonderful, honestly. Like, it made me feel so much better than like doing all of the like stereotypically valuable things. Like, I remember I was playing football the other day and I had a free kick from like 40 yards and it literally just grazed the crossbar. Like, you should feel pretty good about the fact that you did that. And I was just kind of like, yeah, I felt good, but like nothing compared to when I just got a message from my friend saying I helped him with his essay. So that's kind of why I'm interested in being helpful for people, or like that kind of thing. So yeah. As for the form of like the videos that will be on the channel, I'm not certain yet, because obviously I would like to know what I enjoy, because I guess I can have tons of ideas about what I'm going to do or things I'm going to enjoy, but I don't know if I'm going to enjoy them until I do them. So like I've thought about having a podcast. I've thought about, if I turn the camera around and showed you the setup, I've got a screen there, just tons of screens. Like, I play games all the time, so I could make some gaming videos. I mean, when I was a kid, like back in my YouTube phase, I actually recorded like a full FIFA career mode and like a Minecraft series. I never posted them because my mom would have ended my career, but I've done it, not done it before, like I've experienced, but like I've been interested in it and I'm still interested in it. So if I got to a point where I was like, that's what I want to do, then maybe we'll go over there. Could have some friends on and like have discuss. That would just be a podcast, but I could do like a short form video. So like that's kind of the form of the videos that you might see here. I'm gonna try to cut as little as possible and have it just be one take, but I'm not like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I like talking, but I have some horrible moments like in conversation where I just start stuttering, or like my mind is just 5 sentences down the line, so I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. So there have been times in this recording where I've had to stop. I'd just be like, yo, I need to cut right here because I don't know where I am. But yeah, that's kind of like the form of videos that I'm gonna try and incorporate throughout time. But as of now, I think it's just gonna be these kind of like talking head kind of videos. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, nothing too long. Until like maybe I hear some feedback from people saying, oh, maybe I'd prefer if you do this, or I prefer if you do that, so long as I'm still enjoying it, of course. But yeah, that's kind of the structure of the channel. That's kind of what this channel is going to be. And yeah, I kind of just wanted to get this first video out because I've been so excited to do the first video that like I just want to do it. Like, I don't even have, like, I'm currently recording on my iPad because I was going to do it on my phone because my phone camera is a bit better. But when I got this mic, I realized that it's USB, so I had to have like an adapter for my phone that I don't have. So I ordered it today and it's coming tomorrow, but I was like, I cannot wait. I'm just too excited. I just need to put the video out, because once you put the video out, you're done. Like, you've started, like, this is it kind of thing. So yeah, this is the first video. I'm not sure what the second video might be, but I just thought, let me just get this one out and then I can just deal with that when I deal with it. But yeah, this is Reasoning with Rao. Peace out.